I still remember the way her voice cracked when she said it, even though her eyes showed no hint of guilt. We were sitting at the dinner table, the same one we chose together when we first moved into the house. I thought it would be another quiet night. Maybe she'd complain about work or mention her new gym routine. Instead, she set her fork down, looked straight at me and said, "I'm moving in with Anthony. We're having a baby together." For a moment, my world stopped. My wife, the woman I built my life around, had just casually torn the foundation out from beneath me. At first, I thought it had to be a cruel joke. I even laughed, waiting for her to laugh too, but her face stayed cold and serious. She wasn't joking. My heart felt like it had been slammed into concrete. The first thing I asked wasn't even why. It was when. When did the vows we made stop mattering? When did Anthony, her so-called friend from work, become more important than the husband who stood by her through every storm? She didn't flinch. She calmly said it had been going on for months, that she was tired of pretending she wanted a life with me. I wanted to explode. I wanted to scream, but I didn't. I just sat there, listening, almost numb. It wasn't like the movies where the betrayed husband flips the table or storms out. No, I stayed calm. Maybe too calm. That seemed to unsettle her. She expected me to beg, to cry, to fight for her to stay. Instead, I let her words hang in the quiet room. Then I asked the one question that made her blink. "And you thought I wouldn't find out on my own?" That's when I saw it, the brief flicker of fear. The truth was, I already knew about Anthony. The late nights at work, the sudden focus on her appearance, the way her phone never left her hand. I noticed everything. I had even followed her once, and sure enough, she walked straight into his apartment. I'd been preparing myself for this moment, even if it didn't make the knife hurt any less when it finally struck. What she didn't expect was that I'd been one step ahead of her the entire time. She thought she was dropping a bomb on me, but in truth, she was only confirming what I'd already pieced together. She tried to justify it, saying Anthony made her feel alive again, that he gave her the attention and passion she claimed had been missing in our marriage. I listened without interrupting, but in my mind, I saw all the years I sacrificed for her. The late shifts, the overtime, the things I gave up to make sure she had the life she wanted. I wasn't perfect, but I was loyal, and loyalty, it seemed, was never enough for her. My silence must have unsettled her because she finally asked, "Well, aren't you going to say anything?" That's when I leaned back, looked her straight in the eyes, and said calmly, "Good luck. Because while you were playing house with Anthony, I was talking to a lawyer." Her face went pale instantly. She expected me to be shattered, to fight for her, but instead, I had already prepared my exit. I explained that I'd gathered proof of her affair, that the divorce papers were nearly ready, and that she wouldn't touch a cent more than what she was legally entitled to. Her little fantasy world collapsed in seconds. She started crying then, not from regret, but from fear. Fear that the comfort and stability I had given her would disappear. Fear that Anthony, the man she saw as her savior, might not be so eager when real responsibilities like raising a child and paying bills landed on his shoulders. She begged me to at least talk it through, but I just shook my head. "You made your choice," I said. "Now you live with it." The next few weeks were a blur. She packed her things, moving into Anthony's apartment. I signed the divorce papers with a steady hand. People like to think heartbreak leaves you shattered, but for me, it was strangely freeing. I had already mourned the loss of my marriage before she ever admitted the truth. By the time she left, I was already looking ahead. Months later, a mutual friend told me things weren't so perfect between her and Anthony. The reality of bills, responsibility, and her pregnancy weighed heavily on him. Rumors said he wasn't as committed as she believed he'd be. That didn't surprise me. Men like Anthony are exciting in the shadows, but weak in the light of day. I didn't gloat when I heard that. I just felt a deep sense of closure. She made her bed, and now she had to lie in it. As for me, I rebuilt. I started over. I reconnected with old friends, picked up hobbies I'd abandoned, and for the first time in years, I felt truly free. My reply that night stunned her into silence, but it also set me free. Sometimes strength isn't found in fighting to keep someone, it's found in knowing when to let go. And when I did, I realized I hadn't lost anything at all. She had.